Okay, but can we please stop pretending we're happy when we're not actually happy? It's really exhausting and kind of invalidating. Of course. Wait, doesn't that go against everything that she's been talking about so far? No. We are not robots. We are not downloaded with a happy program and a sad program. Life is a unified object. We wouldn't know what happiness is, legitimate happiness, without legitimate sadness. And our first instinctual emotions are going to be all over the place. Isn't it great that we have the capacity to feel so many shades? We have the capacity to feel so many things. What I talk about is having a secondary response to your instinctual emotion. A lot of times our first emotion is about as direct in what it means as interpreting your dreams, to be direct. You may feel as though there is a giant panther after you, or it is the end of the planet for a menial and foolish reason, or simply because you're a little overtired. And it's what we do secondarily to those emotions, how we choose to respond, how we choose to interpret them, and then how we choose to interpret what's going on. It is about a measured, objective, realistic response to our internal stimuli, the external stimuli, and what reality is on whole. And the reality is, we're human. We're going to experience fatigue, frustration, upset, anger, sadness, sorrow, grief. All of those negative emotions. We have the capacity to feel those for a reason. We can't have one without the other. We wouldn't know the positive without knowing the negative to compare it to. Also, those emotions serve a purpose. They are trying to tell you something. If you are unhappy for illegitimate reasons, if your self-talk is making you unhappy, if your expectations are making you unhappy, if clinging is making you unhappy, if your refusal to act in a situation that you are unhappy with is making you unhappy, if you're not seeing reality correctly and that's making you unhappy, if you're interpreting things wrong and that's making you unhappy, all these things are your reaction and your interpretation, and you don't have to be unhappy. However, it would be foolish to assume that you're never going to experience legitimate unhappiness, legitimate feelings of frustration and other things. These serve to tell us something. They are a signal of danger, that something is off, a gut feeling that something is off. Now, we want to react in proportion, balanced, realistic, to measured, realistic reality. If it's nothing worth crying over, don't cry over spilt milk. When you have perspective and you understand the irrationality of this emotion, and how these things don't really apply on the grand scheme. You can squash illegitimate emotions, but if you go around spending your whole life trying to quash valid, legitimate, negative emotions, you're not helping yourself in the long run. There may be something that you need to attend to that's getting neglected. You can neglect yourself by not responding to valid negative emotions. It's important to identify why you are feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way right now? Is it valid? Is it fear or is it anxiety? Why? What's beneath that? What's beneath that? What's beneath that? To get to the bare, raw bones of what it is, if it's addressable or if it's not. If you go around attempting to modify things that are there for a reason, you're left in a state where you feel like you're pretending to be something you're not. Of course, when you change your whole mindset, at first it feels like fake it till you make it, because you don't realize you're in control of 95% of this. But don't forget the validity of the information. This may come from the crowd you're hanging around. The people you are socializing with may be toxic to you. And your feelings are trying to tell you that. You may have been overworked and overbooking yourself. And your feelings are trying to tell you that. You may have been lapsing in the self-care. You're irritable and emotional. And it's because you haven't slept or eaten right in quite some time. Your feelings are trying to tell you that a situation isn't really the direction you want to go in. Your feelings are trying to tell you that. It's important to really examine your feelings, to feel them for what they are. Realize that it's not bad to experience a bad emotion. It's actually important. It's what you do with that emotion. And that it's unrealistic, unmeasured, untruthful, inauthentic, and unrealistic to be happy 100% of the time, and trying all these tactics to deal with a legitimate unhappiness might ease the unhappiness, distraction, focusing on something, stress reduction techniques, all of those things. But if you deny that there is a legitimate warning signal going off there, legitimate, what am I, French? Legitimate is the key. Legitimate warning signal going on. You're going to miss information. Don't spend all of your time trying to escape unhappiness. Unhappiness is natural. Spending all of your time living in needless, unnecessary unhappiness and approaching your life that way, as a victim, as a reaction rather than an action, with an inability to cope, with an inability to make change, living in a negative space, overreacting, reacting to nothing, believing your feelings to be true. All of these things are way off. but we get information from our feelings. And if you can negate the ones that are ridiculous and unnecessary, you have to be able to filter out the ones that are trying to tell you something and figure out what they are trying to tell you. There are people in this world, there are people in your support system, there are people in your life, your friends, your neighbors, your church, your organizations, even therapists, if that's what you need given what you might be going through, that are willing to help you. If you can't figure out what the problem is and try to find a solution to bring a legitimate negative feeling back to equilibrium because something is off balance, something you're not attending to, and just trying to pretend you're not unhappy when you are continues to neglect the original problem and leave you blind to it. Honoring and exploring that unhappiness is important, and if you find journaling or thinking about it, discussing it with someone close to you, you can't figure it out why that negative feeling is there. Low battery. Whoop. You can't figure out why that negative feeling is there. Therapy can help you, but they can only help you if you can tell them what you need. So instead of spending all your time trying to be happy, one of the avenues to legitimate happiness is to honor and embrace that it's okay to have the whole spectrum of human emotions. It is okay. It is not okay to take it out on others or react poorly. We're always in control of what we do. We're not in control of what we feel. We're in control of what we do about what we feel. And one thing we can do about what we feel is honor our valid emotions that are negative, that serve a purpose, that are negative for a reason. They're trying to tell us something. Explore them. Find words for them. Put them into context so that you can address them and explore them. And if you cannot find a context or a cause, but you know it's legitimate, try talking it out with other people. And you can even go to therapy, but therapy and pills is not going to magically take your mood away. That's not the point. This mood is legitimate because it's a legitimate piece of information. Maybe you just need to relax. Maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard to try to be happy all the damn time. Be happy knowing that it's okay to be unhappy sometimes. If there's a legitimate reason to be unhappy, go ahead and be unhappy. Just be careful how you act and behave. It's not other people's responsibility. But feel your feelings. Relax, rejuvenate, be authentic. Stop pushing so hard to change a guarantee or feel guilty for not being happy 100% of the time. Those two things will make you more happy. And getting to the root of the things that are causing legitimate negative feelings, that are trying to tell you important information, there's something wrong here you need to attend to, will make you more happy. Finding words for what's really going on in there will make you more happy than pretending that side doesn't exist and doesn't serve a purpose. It's about balanced, objective interpretation and reaction to reality. And that is a part of reality, an important part of reality. So when it serves a purpose, a real valid purpose, don't run away from it. Don't run away from yourself. You will end up tired, confused, and not sure why. Explore it. Delve into it. Find words for it. Try to address it. Fix it. The problem it's trying to tell you about. And if you can't find the words and you can't find the fix, find the help. And wade and wait through it. You can't go around hell. You have to go through hell. And without hell, there's no heaven. Sticking your finger in your ear isn't going to make it go away. It's going to allow it to build. So to find happiness, embrace unhappiness. Act accordingly, respond accordingly, but embrace that there are two sides to this coin. And it's allowed, and it's okay, and it's important. Don't worry. Be happy. Not every day. Morning. YouTube. Validate yourself. It's really important. Love you guys. Bye.